Be me, Jessica, 28, work in corporate communications for a tech startup. Spend my days writing blog posts about inclusive workplace culture and organizing diversity seminars. Honestly, think I'm doing important work, changing minds, making the world better. One day, I'm at a networking mixer, third glass of wine in, talking to this guy, Marcus, who works in construction management. He's going on about the skills gap and how nobody wants to do physical work anymore. I'm nodding, but internally rolling my eyes. Finally, can't help myself. Well, maybe if those industries treated workers better and weren't such boys' clubs, more people would be interested. He raises an eyebrow. You think it's just culture keeping women out? I mean, obviously the physical requirements are overstated to maintain gender hierarchies in labor. Did I mention I'd been working on a think piece about this exact topic? Never actually finished it, but had done a lot of thinking. Marcus gets this weird smile. Tell you what, you seem pretty confident about this. My company has contracts with the city, sanitation, construction, partnered with some factories. Come work a week with us. I'll set it up. You can see for yourself. I laugh, because this is absurd. But he's serious. 1 week, I'll pay you what the workers make. You do what they do. If you last the whole week, I'll donate $10,000 to whatever cause you want. Now I'm interested. Also slightly offended that he thinks I couldn't do it. And when I prove you wrong, then you'll have some real material for your writing, won't you? We shake on it. Immediately start having second thoughts when I sober up, but I'd told 3 people about it and posted something vague on social media. Can't back out now without looking scared. First day is sanitation. Have to be at the depot at 4:30 a.m., 4:30 in the morning. I'm not a morning person, but whatever, I can handle this. Show up in my gym clothes, the nice athletic wear I bought for yoga classes I never attend. The supervisor, Carl, looks me up and down. Marcus said you'd be coming. Got your boots and gloves. The boots are heavy and ugly. Gloves are huge on my hands. Meet my partner for the day, Raymond. Guy in his 50s who's been doing this for 23 years. Just stay close and do what I do. How hard can this be? First house, Raymond's already grabbed 3 bags in the time I'm struggling with 1. These bags are heavy, like way heavier than I expected. People don't tie them properly. Stuff is falling out. Something wet seeps through the bag onto my gloves, trying not to gag. Raymond's already back at the truck. You coming? By house 15, I'm sweating through my expensive athletic wear. My lower back is screaming. There are 87 more houses on this route. 87. Around 9 a.m., the smell really hits me. It's hot. Garbage has been sitting in bins for days in the sun. Maggots in one bin. Actual writhing maggots. I turn away and dry heave. Raymond doesn't even blink, just empties it. You get used to it. I don't see how anyone gets used to this. My hands are blistering, even through the gloves. Raymond asks if I want to take a break. There is something in his tone, not mean, but definitely testing. I'm fine. I'm not fine. We don't finish until 2 p.m., 9.5 hours. I can barely move my arms. Carl asks how it went. Fine, totally fine. See you tomorrow. Get to my car and just sit there for 20 minutes. Everything hurts. Smell like garbage. Jim won't let me in because I literally smell too bad. Have to go home and shower twice. Check my phone. Marcus texted. How was day 1? Leave him on red. Seriously consider quitting, but can't let him win. Day 2 is construction. Different site. They're working on a new apartment complex. Meet the foreman, Tony, another guy who looks amused that I'm there. Paired with a woman, actually, Diane, who's been doing concrete work for 6 years. Feels slightly relieved, like at least there's another woman here. Diane is built different, though, arms like steel cables. Hands me a shovel. We're moving gravel from the pile to the forms. It's 6 a.m. and already getting hot. The pile of gravel looks like a mountain. Start shoveling. Each shovelful feels like it weighs 1,000 pounds. Diane's moving at triple my speed, not even breathing hard. Try to keep up. Can't. 20 minutes and my hands are shaking. The blisters from yesterday have burst. Diane notices. You need to tape those up or they'll get infected. She says it kindly, but I feel humiliated. She's probably 10 years older than me, and I'm the one who can't keep up. We break for lunch at noon. I've moved maybe a quarter of what Diane has. Sit with the crew. They're eating huge packed lunches, brought a salad and a protein bar. One guy, Luis, offers me half his sandwich. You're gonna need more than that. Want to say no, but I'm starving. The sandwich is amazing. His wife made it, he says. Makes his lunch every day. Talks about her with this warmth in his voice. They've been married 19 years, 3 kids. He works 6 days a week to support them. Never complains about it. Just matter of fact. Afternoon is worse than morning. We're pouring concrete now. The bags of concrete mix are 60 pounds each. Have to carry them from the pallet to the mixer. Can barely lift one. Diane shows me how to leverage my body weight. Helps a little, but not much. By 4 p.m., I'm moving in slow motion. Tony comes over. You can clock out early if you need. I'm good. I'm really, really not good. We work until 6. Literally cannot straighten my back when we're done. Diane pats my shoulder. You did all right for your first day. No, she's being nice. I did terribly. Day 3 is the factory. Automotive parts manufacturing. 12-hour shift, 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. Overnight shift, because that's what they had available. The factory floor is loud. Given earplugs and safety, glasses. Assigned to quality control on the line. Sounds easy enough. Just checking parts as they come through. The line moves continuously. Parts come every 45 seconds. Have to grab it. Check 6 different measurements with calipers. Look for defects. Log it. Put it back. In 45 seconds. The guy training me, Derek, does it in 30. Been doing this for 8 years. The trick is to develop a rhythm. Try to find the rhythm. There is no rhythm. Mismeasurements. Parts pile up. Line has to slow down. Feel everyone's eyes on me. Derek takes over smoothly, catches up. It takes time, don't worry about it. But I do worry about it. I'm slowing down production. These people have quotas. By 2 a.m., I'm so tired I can barely see straight. Hands are cramping. The fluorescent lights are giving me a headache even through the safety glasses. Break room coffee tastes like battery acid. But I drink 3 cups. Woman named Paula sits next to me. She's 52, been working this line for 14 years. You're Marcus's friend, right? Something like that. He's a good guy. Helped my son get into a trade program. She works this shift because it pays more, differential for overnight, supports her disabled husband, talks about him with complete devotion. No resentment in her voice at all. Just matter of fact. This is what needs to be done, so she does it. Realize I've never worked this hard for anyone but myself. Feel weird about that realization. Last few hours of the shift are a blur. Derek covers for me more than once when I mess up measurements. Finally, XAM comes. Stumble out to parking lot. Sun is coming up. People are heading to work as I'm leaving. Derek does this 5 days a week. Paula does it 6 when there's overtime. Get home and sleep for 12 hours straight. Day 4. Back to sanitation. Different route. Paired with a younger guy, Chris, maybe 24. He's chatty, tells me about his life. Working this job to save money for welding school. Has a 2-year-old daughter. Shows me pictures. His whole face lights up. Gonna get certified so I can make better money for her. Working 60-hour weeks, saving every penny. Asks what I do for work. Tell him about my job. Feels weird describing it. Writing blog posts about workplace culture. He nods politely, but I can see he doesn't really get it. So, like, You tell companies how to be better to their workers? Sort of, yeah. It's about creating inclusive environments. He thinks about this. That's cool. We could use that everywhere, I guess. But there's something hollow in the conversation. What do I actually do? Write things people read and forget. Organize seminars people sit through and ignore. Chris is literally keeping the city from drowning in garbage, and he makes less than half what I make. We finish the route. My body is adjusting slightly. Still hurts, but I can at least function. Chris fist bumps me. You're tougher than you look. Feel proud for half a second, then feel stupid for feeling proud. These guys do this every day, and don't expect praise. Day 5 is back at construction. Different site. High-rise building. We're working on the 8th floor. Have to climb the stairs because the construction elevator is broken. Carrying tools. By the time I get to the 8th floor, I'm gasping. Diane's already there, not even winded. Today we're doing rebar work, tying steel bars together for concrete reinforcement. The wire cuts into my already destroyed hands. Even through gloves, it's brutal. But something's shifted in my head. I'm not trying to prove anything anymore, just trying to keep up, trying not to be a burden. Lunch break, sitting on a steel beam with the crew. They're talking about a guy who retired last month after 35 years. 35 years of this. One guy, James, is talking about his son's college graduation. Worked this job for 22 years to put 3 kids through school. None of them went into construction. He's proud of that. Wanted better for them. But what's better? My job is better, supposedly. Easier, pays more, has prestige. But what does it actually contribute? James helped build 63 buildings, 63 actual structures where people live and work. I've written what? 300 blog posts. Who's really building civilization here? Afternoon, Tony the foreman comes over. Marcus says this is your last day. Yeah. What did you think? Don't know what to say. He doesn't wait for an answer. It's honest work. Keeps the world running. Most people don't think about it until their garbage doesn't get picked up or their toilet doesn't work. We're invisible until something breaks. He says it without bitterness, just stating a fact. End of shift. Diane gives me her number. If you ever want to do this for real, let me know. We could use more people. No, I won't. This was educational, but I'm not cut out for this. Physically can't do it at the level needed. That night, I meet Marcus at a coffee shop. He's trying not to smile. So you win? Okay, you win. He shakes his head. Wasn't about winning, Jessica. Then what was it about? You tell me. You're the writer. Spend the next hour just talking. Tell him everything, all the observations. He listens. The point isn't that these jobs are better or worse. It's that they're necessary and someone has to do them. Mostly men, because most women can't or won't. Not because of discrimination or culture. Because they're brutally hard and destroy your body. Want to argue but can't. My body is evidence. I'm young and relatively fit and could barely do a week. These people do it for decades. So what? We just accept that certain people have to break their backs while others sit in air conditioning? No, we appreciate it. We respect it. We stop pretending that a corporate seminar is as valuable as unclogging a sewer. Both might need doing, but one keeps civilization running. Sit with that. Hiss continues. You know what the guys told me? That you tried hard, didn't complain much, but obviously couldn't keep up. They felt bad for you. Respected that you showed up, but knew you didn't belong there. Feel defensive. So I'm weak, is that it? You're human, Jessica. Most people couldn't do what those guys do. That's why we should value them more. Instead of pretending everyone's the same, go home and sit with my laptop. Start writing. Not a blog post, something else. Trying to process everything. Think about Raymond and his 23 years of garbage routes, Diane and her concrete work, Paula and her overnight factory shifts, Chris saving for welding school, James putting 3 kids through college, Luis and his wife's sandwiches, all the little things that make up a life of physical labor, the dignity in it, the necessity of it, the invisibility of it. Think about my own job, the emails, the seminars, the blog posts about microaggressions and inclusive language. Not that it doesn't matter, but does it matter as much as I thought? Does it matter more than keeping the sewers running? More than building actual buildings? More than manufacturing the parts that make cars work? Spend 3 days writing, longest thing I've ever written. Most honest thing I've ever written. Publish it on Medium instead of the company blog. Title it something simple. What I learned working blue collar for a week. Doesn't go viral. Get some attention, mostly angry comments from people I know. Bootlicker. Class traitor. Internalized misogyny. A few messages from blue-collar workers, though. Thanks for noticing us. Glad someone gets it. One from Diane. Proud of you. Marcus texts, where should I send the 10,000? Forgot about that. You don't have to. Deal's a deal. You lasted the week. Think about it. Send it to the trade school Chris is trying to get into. Scholarship fund or something. He sends a thumbs up. Monday, I go back to my real job. Office feels different. Air conditioning feels different. The problems people complain about feel different. Someone's upset about pronoun usage in an email. Someone else wants to discuss microaggressions in meeting scheduling. These things mattered to me a week ago. Now I keep thinking about Raymond's back, about Diane's hands, about Paula's overnight shifts, about Chris's daughter. Realize I'm ruined for this. Can't unsee what I saw. Can't pretend my struggles are equivalent. Can't pretend my work is as essential. Next team meeting, I'm quiet. Boss asks if I'm okay. Just tired. Not physically tired anymore. Different kind of tired. Month later, I'm still at my job. Still writing blog posts. Still organizing seminars. But something's changed in how I see the world. Walk past construction sites differently. See garbage trucks differently. Notice the people who keep things running. They're mostly men. That's not a conspiracy. That's not oppression keeping women out. That's biology and choice and reality. Some women do it, like Diane and Paula. But they're exceptional. I'm not exceptional. I'm average. And average can't do what they do. At a coffee shop, overhear 2 women complaining about their office jobs. One's upset about a condescending email from a male colleague. Others talking about wage gap. A year ago, I'd join in. Now I see the garbage truck outside the window. See the guy lifting bags that probably weigh more than either of these women. He's keeping the city clean while they debate email tone. Both things can matter, but they don't matter the same amount. That's the thing I couldn't admit before. Hierarchy of importance exists. Some work is more essential than other work, and the most essential work is often the hardest. And the hardest work is mostly done by men, not because women are excluded, because it breaks your body, and most people, especially women, choose not to be broken. Smart choice, honestly. I chose not to be broken too. Went back to my comfortable job. But at least now I know. At least now I see. Marcus and I get coffee sometimes. Not dating, just friends. He never rubs it in. Never says I told you so. Just sometimes mentions the guys. Chris got into welding school. Scholarship came through. Raymond's talking about retirement. Diane's training 2 new guys. Paula's husband got approved for better benefits. These updates matter to me now. These people matter to me now. They were always there, always keeping things running. I just didn't see them. Thought I was doing important work. Thought I was making a difference. Maybe I was, in small ways. But they're making the difference that lets me make my small difference. Can't have diversity seminars without buildings to have them in. Can't have blog posts without electricity to power the computers. Can't have any of it without the people doing the hard work, the essential work, the work I couldn't do. That's what I learned. Not that I'm weak, not that feminism is wrong about everything, but that I was wrong about who's carrying civilization. It's not the people like me. It's Raymond and Diane and Paula and Chris and Luis and James and thousands like them, mostly men, breaking their backs so the rest of us don't have to. That's the truth I couldn't see from my office. The truth that a week of physical labor made impossible to ignore, changed everything. Can't go back to who I was before. Don't even want to.